Hey guys, what's up? Just wanted to check in, say hello. Today I'm walking from Gualala to Timber Creek, which is about 26 miles, and on the beautiful coast over here. But so I wanted to answer a couple questions. Seems like, first off, I want to thank everybody so much. There's been just an overwhelming amount of support for what I'm doing and taking a stance for marriage. Not only my marriage, but marriage as a whole in America. And I just wanted to reach out and let everybody know why I'm doing this. So this why started, I'm gonna pull over, I'm losing reception here. But this why started with a simple text message from a good friend of mine that read, "Hey Joe, you once sang the song 500 Miles to Sonia. It's a song I'm gonna be by the Proclaimers. Maybe it's time you walk those miles." And I told her that, or told him, "You're right, I got to do it." And he said, "No, I meant metaphorically." So right then it was birthed, and what started out as a very personal mission or pilgrimage for myself, my wife, and my kids, going through what I'm going through, with my number one goal, winning my wife's heart back, and my number two goal, liberating myself. My number three goal, being able to walk this and be able to get home and put my head on my pillow and know that I did everything possible to save my marriage. And this isn't the first thing I did. I didn't just wake up one day and decide to go walk. I've done hundreds of things. I've done the work every day to show my wife how much I love her. But I thought in a metaphoric way, actually where the rub's the mat, actually walking these miles is kind of really doing it and doing what I said I would do. And putting my money where my mouth is, per se, and there's not a better way to show the dedication and the love that I have for my wife. So, but since then, it's actually grown to something much, much, much bigger, and it's really grown to taking a stand for marriage in America. And during this process, the last 17 months, I've had so many people that either don't know anything about us, or maybe they do, maybe they don't, but they come and they just, you just give up, just get a divorce. It's no big deal. But to me, marriage is really big and it's really important. And actually, I was with Sonia for 7 years before I asked her to marry me. And when I do anything, and anybody that knows me, I go all in. I put my feet in all the way up to my head. And I meant it, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor. And in good times and bad. And let's face it, the majority of America, it's a bunch of bullshit. They're just there for the good. They're there for the richer. They're not there for the poor. They're not for the hard time. They're out. They run as soon as that happens. And some reason, America's supporting it, and they're just, beating up marriage every single day, and undermining the value of marriage and the damage that divorce does to children. And so I'm taking a stance in support of marriage as a whole in America. And in America right now, it's a 53% losing proposition on divorce, and 72% in the Bay Area. And so I want to turn it back into a winning proposition. And hopefully along the way here, even if I'm not able to resurrect my own marriage, which I sure as heck hope I can, with God's help, I hope that I inspire others to realize how valuable their marriages are and to pay attention to their marriage before things get in trouble, and really go the extra mile and fight for their marriage. Because let's face it, all marriages are hard, all marriages are messy, and that's one of the things I've learned so much through this whole process, is that every single marriage, it's not just the one on your right, it's everyone, your mom and dad, your neighbors, your friends. Every marriage suffers and goes through hard times, and realistically, you don't get to the great until you go through the worst. You got to get messy, and it's got to get hard. And after you get through that crisis is when everything gets amazing. And that's when you really understand unconditional love. And you understand that you love people for everything they are and everything they're not. And, so to all the people out there that wonder why I'm doing this, it's because I'm dedicated to my children and my wife and my kids. I never signed up to be a 50% father. I don't understand. You can't be 100% dad if you're there 50% of the time, and divorce is 50%. You split it in two and the kids don't get to have a word. That's bullshit. So when you get married, Actually, you're making a selfless promise to those children. You have a responsibility, and you got to get your shit together and work it out. You don't just run away. And it's important for these kids. And my kids love me to death. They love their mom to death. And why am I doing this? Besides trying to take a stand for marriage, is because I know my wife's worth it.